Welcome to another weekly maritime video blog. I'm Corey Ransom with International Maritime Security Associates. We have Justin the intern behind the camera and producing this week. This week we're going to talk about the STCW requirements. The International Convention on Standards for Training, Certification, and Watchkeeping, or the STCW, was put together by the IMO back in 1979 and then fully adopted in 1984. The reason that we decided this week to talk about the STCW is there's actually a very big need for seafarers around the world, whether you talk cargo lines, cruise lines, large yachts. There's an article that came out by BIMCO this past week that we'll make sure we put the link down in the comments section below that talked about the need for seafarers. And I just want to mention a couple of figures. Right now, BIMCO estimates that there's a need for over 16,500 just officers on board ship. And by 2025, that need is going to grow to 147,500 people. So there's a fairly substantial need. And the STCW is kind of that entry point into the industry. Whether you're on board a cargo vessel, a cruise line, or a large yacht, the STCW training is kind of your entry point into that. Right now, STCW has advanced and changed over the years. The current version of STCW training that's out there is the 2012 version, or what's referred to as the Manila Amendments. There's some changes that have been adopted due to technology and other things going on to give seafarers some additional training that they need in order to perform basic duties on board the ship. Now remember, the STCW is just your basic entry point when it comes to being on board a vessel. There's a number of other training requirements that you will probably need to go through as your career advances in the maritime industry, whether you're in the deck department, the engineering department, or the navigation department. There's a slew of training that you will need as your career advances. To give you an example, a good friend of mine is a captain on some of the largest cargo ships around the world, and it took him about 15 years from zero time through different jobs in different positions on board vessels to get up to the point where he could master any ship on any ocean. So there is a time commitment, but we're looking at a career here. So remember that the STCW is just kind of your entry point for that. There's a couple of really cool schools that we know and we've done some work with. There's great schools around the country, but two of them specific that we're going to put links to down in the comments section below. One is Blue Water USA, located in Fort Lauderdale, and the other is the Star Center, located in Dania Beach, Florida. Both of them provide the basic entry STCW training. Star Center concentrates a little bit more on the cargo and cruise market. Blue Water focuses more on the large yacht market. However, STCW, to take the course, is the same kind of across the board. So you can go to any certified school that offers the STCW training. A lot of people ask, what's the reason for this standardized training when it comes to shipboard operations for around the world? Great question. And you guys are smart viewers, so we're going to answer that question. Before STCW was adopted fully back in 1984, it was up to the individual flag states to put forward the basic, intermediate, and advanced level training requirements for the officers and crew members on board the ship. And it varied widely between different flag states. So the signatory parties to the IMO decided that it was a good time to go through and standardize this basic entry-level training. Now there are some requirements that do differ when you get to take, say, like captain's license. The red flag ensigns have their standards through the IMSA, which is the Coast Guard agency in the United Kingdom, and the U.S. Coast Guard also has their own standards when it comes to captain's license. So the STCW is the entry point, but as you branch out towards getting your captain's license, you want to look at the requirements between the IMSA and the U.S. Coast Guard. Two of the bigger flags that offer training when it comes to that. I just wanted to go over a couple of points that were some of the differences that were brought forward in the Manila amendments. I have my handy cheat sheet because I can't remember all of these things. Mind blocked today, so I said, hey, let me bring in the cheat sheet. So here's some of the 6 items that were a little bit different on the Manila amendments or the STCW 2012. It provided for new rest hours for crew members. Also, provided for new certifications for people in deck and engineering department, new training and refresher requirements. It also made maritime security basics as mandatory, which I think a lot of this was born out of a lot of the piracy incidents and things that we are seeing happen, not just off the coast of Somalia, but at different points around the world. So maritime security has become a big issue for the IMO. So that's one of the training items that's moved forward. Also, there's some additional medical standards for onboard operations and specific alcohol limits. So if you want specifics on STCW, we're going to have a couple of links below that will give you some information. If you're interested in working in the maritime industry, check out some of the training schools, go and get your STCW, and then start applying to get on board ships. Working in the maritime industry is a great and rewarding experience, and in many cases you'll get to travel and see the world. Hey, thanks for watching today. We really appreciate all of the viewers that we have. If there's anything we can do as a company to help you with your maritime regulatory compliance, whether you're shipboard or shoreside, or maritime risk management, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. If you have any questions about this topic on today's video blog or any of the other topics we've covered in any previous video blogs, make sure you post those in the comments section below. Also, we invite you to subscribe to this channel so you get notified when we post new videos. We'd love to have you follow us in our social media, which is detailed in the banner above or in the comments section below. And make sure you hit that like button for all the videos that you like. We're happy to steer you in the right direction. Make sure you check out last week's video, which should be in a box probably somewhere, hopefully close to where my hands are. Also, check out the videos we post on our Life and Events page and our Editorial and Opinions page.